Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to Cosmoteer with me, Lathrix, and of course, welcome to our lovely little starter ship. In today's episode, we have one very simple goal, which is to go ahead and go to the next level of difficulty. So leaving the starter zones and going to the slightly more hazardous zones as soon as we have enough money to do so. So the first thing I would like to do is quickly change these quarters, these 2 quarters into a 6-quarter section, which of course is over here, since that's just far more efficient in terms of how many people we can cram in there, although slightly more expensive. So right now we do have excess staff and we do have excess power, which is very, very nice indeed. So, surprisingly, what I would like to go with first isn't a weapon, but actually a shield. I wonder if I could put that there, or even here. That would be kind of cool. The reason is, right now we are trying to save up money, but every single battle we lose health costs us money, and of course, eventually, we do want to go down the route of shields anyway. So what about we destroy these 2 here, for now, put mirror mode back on, and these can go... they can't go there still. I do of course want this to overlap at the top. I would have to move how my lasers are, which isn't exactly what I wanted. Let me have a think about this, because I do want shields. I do want to be shielded from the front. We could do this. We could lose our mega laser. Actually, we could lose the mega laser and then put a shield generator here, like so, which is kind of cool, and then go down the route of the mini lasers being our main weapon for the time being, as they are pretty effective against the very easy enemies we are currently facing. I wonder if that would work. Now, one design type I'm kind of tempted by is the idea of having the front very, very wide, and then allowing it to taper off as it gets to the back, almost like a tail, which of course then will have all the thrusters and stuff, which will be a good pivot point. It's very odd, and I think that would work out pretty well. So let me have a little tinker for a while, and then I'll be right back. Okay, after using blueprint mode for quite a while, this is the type of style I think I'm going to go with. It's going to look a lot better once we have more mass to play around with, but for the time being, it's very defensive as long as it's facing the enemy, and it does turn surprisingly well, considering it has no fully dedicated turning thrusters. As you can see, it's absolutely fine for turning around. So, let's go ahead and let's go to a new zone. Now, there is the professional zone over here, but I don't think we're quite ready just yet for that. So, let's jump all the way over here to these 2 easier zones. Although that could potentially make us stranded and forced to purchase FTL fuel, which I don't really want. Over here would likely be better if we can make it, which we can, because then we can do 2 more of the amateur, and then we can do 2 of the professional. That seems good. Okay, let's make that jump. Thank you, autosave. Hello there! Okay, so let's just get straight into it. It shouldn't be too much of a challenge now that we're using lasers. Whoa, we are so much faster than we were before. Okay, even in times 4, you can tell that's so much faster than the old times 4. Okay, this is pause time. Where is its weapon? There. Oh, that's really annoying. The Electro Bolt. That's really effective against shields. Well, obviously, you want that taken out as soon as possible, please. Lots of direct hits there, and we've taken out the other gun first, which is fine, I suppose. We're still faring very well. Thankfully, we do have those lovely stacked shields, and there it goes. We have lost one of our shields, though, as in it's been turned off. Seems that we also need more power as well. That's something to bear in mind. Please destroy the other gun. Thank you. Still, no actual blocks destroyed, so the shields did do their job. We're just a little bit early on in the regards of those shields. We still need a lot more done to them. And now, slowly but surely, we'll just whittle it away with these terrible little guns. Maybe focus on 1 block at a time. There we go, well done. Okay, so repair all, get our crew members back, and let's add some more stuff. Yeah, we don't have enough reactor cores, that's the issue there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add a couple more storage there and there. Then also add a couple of doors. All good. And to finish off, let's add more of those little sections like this, the moving walkways. That's their name. They have a name and everything. If I can remember where they are. There they are. Hello. Oops, a daisy. There we go, that should help. So now we have more power storage, so hopefully the guns can be active a little bit more. And talking about guns, let's add a couple more of them. We could do that, but that would compromise our speed a little bit, which I think is fine. Still going with purely the basic guns, I admit, maybe not the best thing in the world, but it's something at least. Now remove you two, and replace them with two of the large ones here. There we go, we have just about the recommended amount of crew. And then next we'll add a gun here, although that will take away this lovely little armor section, which looks so nice. There we are, two of the electro bolts. This way we can now counter enemy shields once we eventually run into them, which is lovely. Now we are really low on power right now, so I think what would be best is to save up for two more reactors, here and here. Then underneath the reactors, we can simply add the large thrusters, and I think that would look okay as well. And there we go, against the next enemy. Oh, it actually has a cannon. Thankfully, our shields are perfectly capable of completely absorbing that damage. Just go straight for the core, it's quite vulnerable. And enemy defeated, let's move on to the last one before we make any more changes, then we can move to the next easy zone. Hello! I kind of look like a blob. So we have 30,000 to play around with, that's pretty good. So, do we really want 2 reactor cores then? That would be all of our money spent, and we would need more people still. I think what I will end up doing is putting down some crew quarters here so we have enough people. Maybe crew quarters first. Then we can move on to the dual reactor cores. Ooh, also our FTL drive efficiency has gone down significantly, and that's of course because we're getting bigger. Although it seems to be more efficient. Oh, because I have mirror mode on. Oh no, it would be more efficient if it was closer to the center of mass. That's a big difference. Now here's the question. When it comes to the FTL core, does that affect our cost of travel? So that's 13 right now. Or is it just speed? Because if it's just speed, I don't really care too much. Put it back here, which is less efficient, away from the center of mass. Oh, it is actually cost. Oh, that is actually a rather big worry then. Okay, so FTL core, you're being moved. Crew quarters, you're now at the back. Which is fine, honestly. That's not really a major issue. Still fighting between the extra crew quarters or the thrusters, though. I think the extra crew quarters, since we do need the people to run the thrusters and the reactor cores. So actually I'm fighting between 3 things, I should have said. I think here would be better though, so let's go. Click, there we go, we now have enough people. Then next, we can go ahead and get some reactor cores sorted. And here we go to the next zone. Okay, so this should be easy again, since it is still one of the lower level areas. We really shouldn't run into anything too bad. Then after this, there will be a spike in difficulty. And hopefully I can actually finish this basic shape, because right now, it does sort of look like a stick of broccoli. Take out that turret as soon as possible would be great. There we go. And then focus on the little side weapons. In Fast Forward, at least we do make a very pretty light show. If nothing else, we make pretty light shows. In our broccoli-shaped thing. It was definitely worth adding the shields, though. Taking no damage so we don't have to repair between fights is saving me so much money. Hello! You look significantly better than me, therefore you must die. Even if you do try to run away. That's the first time I've seen one actually run away properly. Huh, well, that's a first. And there we go. Okay, excellent. So, no crew lost, no damage sustained, everything was good. Here are some more reactors. And then, finally, here are some more large thrusters, which will massively increase our speed. It does look like I've been building upside down. I do admit that. It does look like this should be the front, but I'm still not completed with the design. I've got a design in my head, but this is just the functional version until we eventually get there, and it's so annoying. Hate the little dead space here, here, and here, though. I'm sure with a little bit of Tetris, you can make that look significantly better. Without a doubt. Now it really looks like it wants to be going that way. I'm just making things worse for myself. Well, now with the larger thrusters, let's go and hunt down the guy who ran away from us. Hello. Thank you very much. Very kind of you, sir. And the final thruster is in place, so this is going to be version 1 of whatever on earth I'm actually making right now. I do think I lack firepower still, though, so I am tempted to build the cannons. We actually could as well. Let's go into blueprint mode very briefly. Hello. So the cannons will go there. Then we would need an ammo factory and ammo storage. So the way to do this, I imagine, since how expensive they are, would be one side gets the factory, like so, then the other gets the storage. That would cost me 17,000, but it would get me 2 large cannons online. And I think that's worth it. Okay, do that. So now we're a little bit short on crew, but not by much. Once again, bed areas though. Oh, once we're larger, it'll be so much easier to make the corridors. Right now, we're just about getting enough money to keep everything we need. That's the issue. On the upside, the reactors are now nice and far back, so being shot at will be a little bit safer, I suppose. We can afford 1 bed bunk. I think that's worth it. Click. I wish those shields were a little bit more covering. Let's see. Remove those, remove those, remove those. Let's just remove all of that for a second, and yeah, that's significantly better. There we go. So now it's also protecting the 2 cannons, which of course are probably the main guns now. Well, we are not exactly winning awards for being pretty. That's pretty darn certain right now. But either way, let's go ahead and let's jump over then to our first professional area, which is definitely the next difficulty up, I think. I hope. I really hope. Let's go. Come on, you weirdly designed bugger. Oh, stop, stop, stop. There are too many enemies in one area. Let's move this way. Well, that one's seen us. That's fine. Let's try to drag it away. We are very fast, at least, so we can outmaneuver, well, at least outrun quite a few things. Let's hope that other guy doesn't come against us. So let's have a quick look-see at the enemy. You are cannon bearing. Oh, so, okay, so of course we should be firing at the cannons. Hopefully some of our cannon shots will actually hit the target. There we go, 1 nice cannon shot there, and it's giving us a nice hug. Now, that's actually really bad for us, because it did allow some shots through the shield, since it was literally through our shield when it fired. Okay, 1 cannon left. There we go, now go for the core. Oh, wow, those cannon shots do so much damage when they actually connect. And we got 20,000. We did lose 1 crew member. Okay, guys, get everything sorted. That would be great. I think crew is more important than anything else right now. There we go. All nice and done. Let's add our weapons back. Oh, that would look so much better than this. That would cut into this and then make that invalid, which is a shame. So, how about if I do this? Yeah, that's better. Okay, that's fine. Got a dead space again, though, which isn't really optimal, but we're not exactly building optimal now, are we? We could build some more small cannons. That'd be adorable. Though for now, let's just plop these on here. Then we can have something there and there. Like, for instance, more thrusters. More thrusters would be able to fit there pretty darn well, actually. More speed and, surprisingly, more turning. Though I do think we do really need to do something like this. Hello there! Surprise attack! Okay, pause time. Take out those electro bolts. Thank you. Well, you got absolutely peppered with cannon shots, sir. I do wonder if we've set any fires yet, since apparently the cannons can set fires inside the enemy. On the upside, we've definitely fixed our firepower problem. We are definitely doing a lot of damage now. Oh, we took 51 credits worth of damage. Now I'm highly upset. We could actually go with a mega laser now, and that wouldn't be the worst thing in the world, shoving this thing here. Though it would require more power, I think, than the small lasers. Do I care about that? No. Although I would like to armor up a little bit higher, though, so maybe, once again, a few changes. In terms of aesthetics, that is taking a backseat until we're a little bit bigger, I think. Then we can simply rebuild it completely. Since we can sell things without losing money. Oh, wow. Okay, so it's got its electrics hidden behind a shield. There we go, focus on the electrics. That would be grand. Our laser's doing a lot of damage to its cannon, which is great. There we go, one electro bolt is gone. The second is already very, very damaged. A nice cannon shot against their cannon. Just realizing that those are actually large cannons. Also, you've sort of got the design I want. Goodbye. And no damage taken. Okay, we're not the prettiest, but we are certainly effective right now, which is very, very nice indeed. Although, we've kind of designed ourselves into a corner. I don't really know how I'm meant to build out now. Yeah, so what I was thinking was just putting these two shields a little bit higher, but I do like how they completely lock when they're like this. But that does give us enough space for a couple of basic bunks. Yeah, I need to do a bit of Tetris soon, just to move things around so that I can get all these blank spaces gone and combine them into something functional. Because right now it's just sort of silly having them like that. I could also add more shields, which would be nice. More shields and then more cannons, that would be awesome on the side. However, we could go down the missile route, since I'm fairly certain the missiles are tracking, which means we can have them fire sideways. Which would be nice, but for now, let's go against the last enemy. Hello, enemy! I think after this, I'll do some painting. I really want to use the decals for something. Okay, pause time, and I think this is the enemy we fought straight away, isn't it? Just the same one, but a duplicate of it. Oh, those two lovely cannon shots straight away, though, doing so much damage to their cannons. Yeah, this is why we need reverse thrusters, though, so we can back off when they get too close like that. I guess we can just put them on the side for now. There goes the Doom laser. If it gets to hit the same area for any length of time, it can do such stupid amounts of damage. Slowly roasting the enemy. And goodbye. Okay, you can stop. We need to do some building right now, okay? Okay. So, yeah, we need reverse thrusters. Even if they're only small, even if it's just that, just a tiny little section for reverse, I think we do need it. So what we could do is double shield, like so, then have a thruster facing forwards and a thruster facing backwards here to kind of cap off the end, if that makes any sense. I mean, it is pretty rare that I actually make sense, but even so, hopefully I am making sense this one time. So something like that, one there, then one there. Then armor that up. Oh, it looks a bit... what's the word? A bit... flimsy. That looks really odd. Got to be honest, that looks really sodding odd. Although I do actually kind of like it. At this point, I actually do like how that's turned out. So, the cannons are both getting double shielding, which is really good. Each shield is being protected by another shield, which is really nice. Yeah, the only thing I'd like now is actually turning thrusters. The center of mass, I imagine, is here, so we need to put it quite far back, but that would be really difficult with these where they are. So what we need to do is remove these thrusters, remove this thruster, then have turning thrusters here and here. Which does make sense. Right now we are okay for both crew and power, although we don't have the recommended for either. Which is a little bit concerning. So we could put some crew members quite easily here and here. So crew, there and there. Oh, I can't. Why is that? Can I not put doors on the end of these? Oh, well that's something I didn't know. I've never really looked at the door placement of separate blocks. Huh, well that's just weird. Okay, let's just do that for now. There we go, we have the crew. I really do value the crew more than the power if we have a shortage of both, just because the crew can of course deal with the storage of power and then move that around, so for a long time we can continue the fight, even though technically we're not making enough power. I don't know what I'm doing right now, by the way, so don't judge anything I'm doing in terms of placement. No. Okay, well that will do for now. Hopefully the turning is now a little bit better, so please try and turn. Yep, that is actually really, really good. So we're quick, we have a high amount of damage, and as long as we're not facing missiles, we have quite a lot of defense. Now, when it comes to defense versus missiles, that falls into the category of this. The point defense system, an automated defense system that shoots down enemy missiles using superheated plasma rounds, ineffective versus ships. So I wonder if we have enough money. Oh, I don't think we do actually, looking at how much money we have left. Well, I guess we can put down 2. I was going to put down 2 here and then 2 there to have this sort of edge off, but for now, I guess that'll just sort of do. Okay then, in that case, let's go ahead and jump to the next zone. Still looking like we're back to front, I admit, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being the derpy ship, okay? We are the Grand Derp, and actually I think that's what we're going to call our ship. How on earth is that so expensive? I'm guessing our FTL is not as efficient as it used to be. Mirror mode off, please, thank you. Oh, 52%. Oh, we need a second FTL. Okay, so that's something else we need to purchase, a second FTL drive so that our efficiency goes back up, because that is really expensive, and buying FTL fuel is really, really expensive. Here we are in the new zone. Okay, then give us a chance to completely load up all of our power and everything again. And then go after this guy who happens to be the closest. Hello there! Pause time, what does he have? He has a nasty cannon in the middle, that's of course what we should focus on. Boing! Still not enough reverse thrusters, and also we need to move in shorter distances, otherwise the amount of drift we get like then is just horrendous. Obviously, that cannon needs to go bye-bye right now. Okay, taking quite a few hits on the shields. Thankfully, they are holding again. I'm so happy we have them interlaced like that. Interlocked. They're together. Come on, knock that weapon out, please. 2 cannon rounds are heading directly towards it, so if they do land... well, knocked out some of the armor at least. Okay, down that goes. Now fire at the second cannon. Our shields are looking okay, although this one is about to go down. Okay, first cannon has gone down. First shield has gone down. There we go. Now just destroy it. And no shots got through. We could focus on its other little gun, but it just doesn't scare me too much right now. And there we go, lovely. A little bit of repair work was needed. Okay, so... the amount of ammo we're getting isn't too great. I think we do need to make this look a little bit more efficient, especially moving the ammo from one section to the next. It's just not fast. That's why we need things like these, the travel blocks, which have a name, the moving walkways. Having those actually interlace the entire structure would be really, really good. However, I don't really have enough money or space for that right now, but it's certainly something I will be looking into for the future. Okay. Onwards! Wow, aren't you pretty? Not all that many weapons, though, but either way, go for the electro bolts as soon as possible. And down goes the second, and now just go for the core. Your shields will almost definitely hold up against those little guns. Well, we may lose one shield. Nope, the shield's coming back online, it's all fine. That was a very small enemy. Moving on. Cannons, cannons everywhere. Okay, focus on the large cannons as soon as you can. That was over a lot faster than expected. Also, did not mean to do that. Hello! Lack of power, lack of power, lack of power. Yes, I know, I need more reactors and more efficient positionings. Oh, that one actually required quite a bit of repair work. Although now we do have 87,000 credits, which is pretty darn good, honestly. So, we need another FTL drive, we need more power reserves, and we need to start thinking about gutting this and then replacing everything so it's more efficient. Of course, the issue is, we've been building up on each previous design rather than changing the design each time, which of course would be the better option. So, let's put that there. So now we have enough people for a very long time, which is lovely. Then replace you, because I do actually like how this looks. There we go. So then you need to be removed, hence why I just did that, and a new FTL drive will be placed here. There we go, up to 100% once again. So, with the power cores, where am I going to even place them? I guess we could just keep on extending these two sections, then have them at the end. As they are pretty well protected in their current positioning, which is very nice. Or we would have to do a major revamp. Or, times two, we could just put it here. Of course, the problem there is, look at how far they have to go to take energy from here and place it somewhere else. That would be a little bit ridiculous. Doing it anyway, just because I would like to do it now rather than later. And at very least, at least they can take that energy to our thrusters. Do the thrusters actually run out of energy and then require a replacement? I know the shields do. As you can see, they have 3 in here, they have 5 in here, 3 in here, and occasionally they burn out. I'm just not sure if the thrusters burn out in that way. I'm going to assume they do, I just haven't seen it happen. Well, even if they don't... Okay, yeah, maybe this should happen. You go there. People, you can sleep here instead. That makes more sense. Although, if anything ever hits this core, this whole section is going to blow up in one giant explosion, which will be cool at least. Though honestly, I think if an enemy is cored out all the way to here, we've basically lost the fight anyway, so it's not really too much of a major issue. Okay, so I have been playing for far longer than I originally expected. I really hope you've enjoyed, but I do need to go and get some sleep. As you can probably tell from this video, I'm a little bit tired. If you have enjoyed the video, then of course, likes, favourites, shares, comments, all that good stuff helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that Cosmoteer is a series you wish to see continued in the future. I'm having a lot of fun with this, and we are nearing probably the midpoint of the game, although I'm really keen to see just how big our ships can get. If we end up taking up this entire square, I will be remarkably happy. So thank you so much for watching, and goodbye.